Yep. So, I'm just making sure that I hit it because sometimes the orientation's off. So, with the converting measures, if there are ever things that are not on your conversion sheet, you know, there are so many conversions that it's not always going to fit in that little square. I didn't write them all on my chart paper because they're not always going to fit. I'll be here all day writing everything down. So, you know, they can go both ways. They can go from small to big. They can go from big to small. So, we know that 1 yard equals how many feet? 3 feet. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So if I have that 1 yard equals 3 feet, what if I have 10 yards?
30.
It's 30 feet. And you know that because
3 times 10 equals 30.
I had to multiply. And so I'm going to do that little part where I broke it down for you before, and I think some of you kind of forgot about it when we took that test. You're like, why are you doing so many steps? Because I wanted to show you how the math worked. Because we were here. 1 times 1 yard. You don't have to do all these steps, just showing you how it works. So I have my 1 that's right here. So that's this one that I just circled in red. So I'm going from 1 yard to feet that's right here. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 1 times 3 equals 3. So it's 3 feet. So now if I have 10 yards, so it's 10 times that 1 yard. So 10 times 1 yard, 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 10 times 3 is 30 feet. So that's the pretty simple breakdown of it. So it's just the 10 times the 3, you get 30. So if I have that 1 pint, PT is pint, equals 2 cups. If I have 8 pints, how many cups do I have? 16. And if you can't do it that quickly in your head, you can always do it with the math. 8 times this 1 pint. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. 8 times 2, 16. If you can't easily do it in your head, just do the math. Ooh.
Flush.
Thank you. So, that too, coughing is awful.
Can I put my tea in the refrigerator?
Your what?
My tea.
No. So, if I have 30 centimeters and I'm going to meters, what do I know about centimeters and meters? Give me something that you know about centimeters and meters. Cheyenne. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, so what else?
Centimeters is smaller than meters.
So centimeters is smaller. So we're having to go from a small unit to a big unit. So that goes to tell me right there that my answer is going to be smaller. It's going to be either in a fraction form or a decimal form, because I only have 30 centimeters. So if I have 30 centimeters and I'm going to a meter, my meter is going to be really small, because a meter is this big. A meter is 39 inches. A meter stick is 39 inches long. It's 3 inches bigger than a yard. So if I've only got 30 centimeters, a centimeter, it takes 100 centimeters to make 1 meter. So if I've only got 30 centimeters, it's not that big. So my answer is not going to be that large. So if we think about this, you don't have to draw this or anything. If we think about what we had with 1 meter, and if I were going to draw this out like a tape diagram, I'm not drawing out 100 centimeters. We'd be here all day. And this is 1 centimeter, and 1 centimeter, and 1 centimeter. 1, 2, skip a few. 97, 98, 99, 100. Look at that. Woo! Drew them all out. Then this is, oops, that's 2, that's 3. So if I drew all this out, it would take this many centimeters to make just that 1 meter. So, yeah, this is 1 out of 100. This is 2 out of 100. This is 3 out of 100. So it takes a fraction of a centimeter to make 1 meter. I kind of wish that they had done this in inches, because that's a whole lot easier. So, and I'll probably do another example in a minute with inches, because when I did inch, oh, see, there's an inch one on the second one. I wish they had started off with an easier number. So, if I do 30 centimeters, and I'm going to do the math just like I did a minute ago. A centimeter, 30 times a centimeter, 1 centimeter is 1/100th. One of them is 1/100th of a meter. 1 centimeter. This is why I was showing you the math before. Because we're going from centimeters to meters. We're doing that quick conversion in the problem. Then I have to multiply. When we multiply fractions, how do we do it? We just did it. Thank you, Emily. We just did it. We go straight across. So what does my 30 look like as a fraction?
30/100.
It would look like 30/100ths, because that 30 is 30 over 1 times 1 over 100. I just did this and wrote that again. 30/100ths of a meter. Can I simplify this?
No.
I
yes, you can, by
can
two.
too.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. By 10. Yeah, 2.
I could even do it by 10. I could do it by 2, but I'll be simplifying until the end of time. I could do it by 5, but I'm going to be stuck doing it again. And I could do it by 10. And so it would be 3/10 of a meter.
can do it by 2.
I could do it as a decimal if it told me to, because not everything is going to be that nice and easy and beautiful. Only if the answer is over a power of 10 would it be that easy and beautiful.
Diagram looks good.
I know it's not beautiful. Only because I wasn't drawing out 100 squares. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Just do it, because that was only my first one. It's been a while since I've done that. So, but you have to be able to recognize, am I going from big to small or small to big? You need to know when a unit is big or small now. You have a question? Yeah.
But I thought when we go small to big.
What is a fraction? It's dividing. So when you're multiplying by a fraction, you're technically dividing. Oh. So if I have 9 inches and I'm going to, how many feet is that? Is 9 inches, and I know some people go, oh, it's 1 foot, that's easy. Is it really? How many inches are in a foot? 12. So is that even 1 foot? No. Is 9 inches bigger than or less than a foot? It's less than a foot. So it's going to be a fraction of a foot. It's smaller than a foot. Does that make sense? It's less than. So if I had my ruler, which is 12, it goes all the way to 12. 9 inches is right there. It's less than. Because 12 inches is here and 9 inches is here. It's less than 1 ruler. So I can already tell that I'm going from a small unit, inches, 1 inch is right here. I'm going from a small unit, inch, to a big unit. So I'm going to have an answer that's in a fraction. Does that make sense? Huh? Okay. Well, don't try to do it in your head. That's why they make paper and stuff. So if I have 1 whole foot, 1 ruler. If I have 1 whole ruler, how many pieces would it have?
12.
12. It would have 12 units. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
That one right
12. Okay, and so each piece, this would be 1 12, 2 12, 3 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each inch on there is a fraction of that ruler. The 9 inches is actually right there. It's 9/12 of that ruler. Okay, so I'm trying to see what part of that. So I'm trying to see how many feet that is. So 9 inches, so 9 times 1 inch. So how many feet is 1 inch? 1/12. 1 inch is 1/12 of a foot.
Oh, yeah.
1 inch is 1/12 of 1 foot. So you're just looking to see how much is 1 unit. So then it's 9 times 1/12. Which, it's kind of true because we were like 9 inches. Where is it on the ruler? It's 9/12. It was right there. So it's 9/12 of a foot. Can that be simplified?
Yes.
By 3. 9 divided by 3. 3. 12 divided by 3.
4.
So it's 3/4 of a
Foot.
foot.
Oh.
It's 3/4 down the ruler. 3/4 of a foot. Almost a foot, but not quite.
Wait a minute. So the 3/4 is so I need one more to get to a hole, but how can I do
If I had 3 more inches, it would be 12.
a foot?
It would be a foot. Because if you took the ruler, the 12, and you broke it up into fourths,
How would you break a rule?
it's nothing, Lyndon. Never mind. Never mind. It could be. If you took 4 and you divided into 3, it would be 75 hundredths. Okay? Koalas. Often sleep 20 hours a day. So what fraction of a day there's a koala often sleeps? So we know that they often sleep 24, 20. They sleep 20 hours a day.
In a single day is 24. I already got that answer.
So if they sleep 20 hours, what fraction of a day do they sleep? So the main part is I need to take the hours of a day. So I need to convert this right here. So it's going to be 20 times 1 hour. What am I going to turn my 1 hour into?
60 minutes.
Is it asking for minutes?
No.
Anywhere in here, is it asking for minutes?
No.
Where is there 60 hours in anything? 24. There are 24 hours in a day. There are 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour, but there are 24 hours in a day. They're asking what fraction of the day does a koala sleep? So 20 times, so my hour, 1 hour is what fraction of a day?
1
1 out of 24 hours. So if we go from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that's 1 hour out of the 24 hours we have in a day. Does that make sense? Because 1 hour is one small thing in the 24 hours an entire day. Then you multiply 20 out of 24. Please sit down, Carter. How did you get that? So, simplify by 4.
I know
20 divided by 4 is 5. 24 divided by 4 is 6. So a koala sleeps 5/6 of the day. Sounds like a teenager.
my mom was staying her bed.
So 5/6 of the day. Adley, get this done so you can pay attention to the class. Thank you. Okay, see if you can tell me what fraction of a foot is 15 inches. Yeah. Just that. Yeah. Okay, so with 15 inches, we're going to do 15 times 1 inch. We're trying, bless you, we're trying to go to feet. If I have 1 inch, how is that in relation from 1 inch to a foot? It's 1/12. 1 inch is 1/12 of a foot. So what will this look like when I multiply it? What? 15/12 of a foot. So if I think about that, it does seem reasonable because I have 15 inches. Because if I have my ruler, it only goes to 12. 15 inches is more than a ruler, so I should have an improper fraction. It should be more. Stop it, you're making me talk. So, can I leave my answer improper?
No.
No. What do I have to do with it?
You have to turn it to a whole number.
I have to turn it into a mixed fraction.
Yeah.
12 into 15 goes
1.
1 times 12. 12. 3. So you get 1 and 3/12.
But you gotta simplify that.
You do.
1 and 1/4.
1 and 1/4 of 8. And what did you get? Sage, I cannot hear you because other people are talking over you. What?
I just subtract 15 from 12 and I got 3 inches and I put 1 and 3/12.
What did you do?
I subtract 15 from 12, then I got 3 inches, and I knew that 1 foot was 12 inches, so I knew that we had 1 hole. So I put 1 hole, I put 1 and 3/12, then I simplified that and figured it.
So you kind of did this without writing it down. When you did 15 minus 12 and you got 3, you did this without doing it. Just be really careful when you do that. Because sometimes it's not only going to go once, sometimes it'll go 2 and 3 times. You have to be extremely careful when you do that. Yes, Adlin. I don't know how you would get a 4. Y'all talk so soft and start mumbling that I cannot hear you. What?
All I did was just divide 15 by 12. He's saying he just divided 15 divided by 12. And then, yeah, that's all I did.
So you got this. And then you didn't simplify it.
You said you did it.
You said I did.
Before.
Ay. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Okay. But I think that some of you were just waiting for me to tell you what to do and did nothing. So the first example was done for you. The second example on B, where you have 4 feet equals blank yards. And they broke it apart for you, where 4 foot equals 4 times 1 foot. So you're having to go from 1 foot into a yard. If you have 1 foot, how many, what do you know about feet and yards? Feet and yards. 3 feet equals 1 yard. If you tell me 36, that's inches. Use the chart. Don't try to remember stuff. Get charts. So 3 feet equals 1 yard. So if you have, I did not mean to put 1 foot, I meant to put 1 yard. 1 yard, 3 feet. So this is 1/3. This would be 2/3. This would be 3/3. So for 1 yard, one foot is 1/3 of a yard. So 1 foot is 1/3 of a yard. So then it's 4 times 1/3. 4 thirds. Can't leave it improper. So 4 thirds equals 1 1/3 of a yard. So here you've got 4 feet. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 feet that equals 1 yard, and I've got 4 feet. There's my 4th foot. It's 1, 2, 3. 1 yard and 1/3 of a yard. Visually, that would work out anyway. Yes, Ryan? What? 7 inches equals how many feet? Well, we know that 12 inches equals 1 foot. So 1 inch equals how many feet? We're going from small to really big. If this is 1 foot, how many inches does it take to make 1 foot? 12. One of these little guys right here, 1 inch is 1/12. You don't have to draw this out. I'm just having to give you the visual of it. 1 inch is 1/12 of 1 foot. You're having to go from big, no, darn it, I did that backwards again. You're having to go from a small unit to a big unit, so you have to divide. When you divide, you just write it in fraction form. It's 1/12. 7 times 1 inch. One inch is 1/12 of a foot. 7/12. Why did I write that? If I had 7 inches, this is just like that ruler where we did 9 inches. It was 9/12. If I did my ruler, 7 inches. So right there, it's 7/12 of this ruler. It's almost the whole thing, but it's 7/12 of it. Emily, you are killing me with that binder. 13 inches equals how many feet? 13 times 1 inch. 1 inch is how much of 1 foot?
1/12.
1/12. 1 inch is 1/12 of a foot. So what would this look like when I multiply it? 13/12. Can I leave it like that? No. Mixed fraction.
Which is 1 and
1/12.
1 and 1/12 feet. Because if I have 13 inches, can I put 13 inches on a ruler? No, because a ruler is 12. So it's 12 inches and an extra inch. So it's 1 foot and 1 inch. So it's 1 foot and 1/12 of a foot. 1 foot and 1 inch. 1 inch is 1/12 of a foot. The blank stares are reassuring. What do we know about ounces and pounds?
16 ounces is pounds.
16 ounces equal 1 pound. So if I have 5 ounces, if I only have 5 ounces, am I going to have, bless you, am I only going to have 1 pound?
No.
No. So I'm not going to have a full pound if I've only got 5 ounces. I'm going to have a fraction of a pound. Does that, you kind of get, I've only got 5 ounces. I'm not going to have a full pound. I've got some of a pound, but not all of a pound. I've only had 5 ounces. A full pound is 16 ounces. So 5 ounces, 5 times 1 ounce. How much is 1 ounce of a pound? If I'm trying to make that into a pound, how much is a pound when I'm trying to go from small to big? So if I have 1 ounce and I'm trying to go to pounds, if this is 1 pound, and it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16. And I have 1 ounce right here. That guy right there. How much of a pound is that? 1 ounce.
1/16.
1/16 of a pound. So if I'm trying to make this guy a pound, How would I write it? 1 ounce is
1/16.
1/16 of a pound. If I have 5 ounces, how much of a pound is that?
5/16.
5/16 of a pound. Blech. 5/16. 5/16. Can you simplify that?
No.
No. Because you can only simplify 5 by 5. And 5 cannot evenly go into 16. If I have 18 ounces,
I know what I know.
that's enough to make a pound because 16 is a pound and we have 18. So can I go ahead and guess that I'm going to have a mixed fraction right here? If I think about reasonable answers, I should have a mixed fraction on X. Because I have 16 to make a pound, but I got 18. So 18 times 1 ounce. 18 times what should go right here? We're going to do, when we're going from small to big, we do the same step. 1/16. I couldn't hear you, sorry. 1/16 of a pound. We're going from ounces to pounds. So now we're going to have 18/16. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make it mixed. How many times can 16 go into 18?
1 time.
1 pound. Look, 1 time.
Down.
Because I know 1 pound. Because I already know that we had enough to fill up 1. Because it was 16 ounces. 1 with how many ounces left over?
2.
2.
16.
16.
But you can simplify.
Uh-huh. So 1 and
1/18.
1/8 of 1 1/8 pounds.
Yeah, because you know you told us to go.
Oh, I'll put 1, 2, 6, 7, 8,
1 1/8 of a pound. So let's look at this first problem. We've got about 7 minutes, so I want to look at these problems because a lot of times we don't get to the word problems, and then you have word problems on your homework, and you're like, I don't know what to do. So Regina buys 24 inches of trim for a craft project. What fraction of a yard does Regina buy? So can you say that we're going to have to do a measurement conversion just to solve that problem? Yeah. So we know that she has 24 inches. She buys 24 inches. And they just want to know what fraction of a yard. They want to know how many yards is that. So it just means that the answer is going to be in a fraction because we're going from a small unit to a big unit. That's only 24 inches. That's only 2 of these 24 inches. How many inches are in a yard? 36. So do we have enough inches to make a yard? No. So our answer is going to be a fraction. It's not enough to make a full yard. So we're going to be going from 24 inches to what fraction of a yard can we do? So 24 times 1 inch. 24 times what fraction of a yard is in 1 inch? What? Yes, Amon. Yes. Good job. In 1 yard, there is 1/36 1 inch is 1/36 because it takes 36 inches to make a yard. That 1 inch is 1/36 because there's like right here, it takes 36 of them to make a yard. That 1 inch. Very good. So then, smush math multiply. Smush math.
24 times 136.
So 24, 36. And
Simplify by 12.
you can simplify by 12. You can simplify by 2, but you'll be there all day. 2's not enough. So 12 is better. Now, remember I said you could list it out. 24 times 1, 2 times 12, 3 times 8. I go in number order. 4 times 6, 5 won't work, and then you're 6, and then you're 8, and then you're 12. And then you've got 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, 5 won't work, 6 times 6. And then 7 won't work, 8 won't work, and then you're 9 again.
6. No.
12 and 6.
6 times 6 is 32.
That's why I'm right here. And so, you see, I go in number order so I won't forget anything. One thing y'all do is you tend to skip around. And when you skip around, you forget things. So then I find the biggest number they have in common. So at 4, there's 2, which means there's 3.
6 and 6. Oh, no. 12. 6.
Yeah, I know. I was just showing you. 12. 2.
I can do it in my team.
2/3.
Oh, no.
Yes.
2/3 of a yard. So it's 2/3 of a yard. Did you do like in the problem simplify?
I did like 24 inches and 2 feet.
Oh, so you did like a double.
But then we have a part
Wow.
B.
I know.
Then a yard, 3 yards, and 2/3.
So you did like a double conversion. If a whole yard of trim costs $6, if 1 yard, so a whole yard costs $6, how much did Regina pay? So did she buy, now see this goes back to an earlier lesson. If 1 yard of trim costs $6, how much did Regina pay? Did she buy a whole yard? How much did she buy? 2/3 of 6. Wow, this seems like a lesson that we did earlier a couple weeks ago, and we had a quiz on it, and then y'all did some weird stuff. This kind of reminds me of that Rice Krispie treat problem with the ingredients. 2/3 of 6. Because when you go to buy fabric at Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you don't have to buy all that fabric or all that ribbon. You say, I want half a yard. They don't charge you for all of it. They charge you for what you buy. You say, if I want half a yard, they charge you half. If you want a third, they charge you for a third. They don't charge you for what you don't buy. They charge you for what you do buy. So if you only buy 2/3 of 6. So then 12 over 3, so then she only pays $4.
Well, that's easy.
So, let's see, if you do A wrong, does it make B wrong?
Yes.
Yes. You see why subtraction would not work. Can you do what?
Didn't you do like 6 divided by 3, you get 2, and then
That's what I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't I show you all that one other time? Yeah, 6 divided by 3 times 2, yes. Couldn't you also do like this? In the problem simplifying? Yeah. Isn't there always more than, not always, but most of the time more than one way to solve a problem? Yes. At Yo-Yo Yogurt, the scale says that Sarah has 8 OZ means ounces in case you forget. Ounces of vanilla yogurt in her cup. Her father's yogurt weighs 11 ounces. I'm just taking some notes because I don't. Oh, why did I write 10? Good grief. I don't even know. I'm ignoring that. 11 ounces. How many? Okay. How many pounds? Oh, how many pounds of frozen yogurt did they buy altogether? Express your answer as a mixed number. So what do we have to do? What should we do? What do you think we should do first? What would you do first?
add 11 and 8.
So maybe add 11 and 8 together and say, okay, they're doing 19 ounces.
But then convert that.
And then convert that to pounds. So they bought 19 ounces together, but we need to know how many pounds is that. But we do know that what about this problem? What do we know?
That 1 ounce equals 16 ounces is a pound.
16 ounces is a pound. You guys gotta be quick to beat Adley because you know how he loves to yell stuff out. 16 ounces is 1 pound. So 19 times 1 ounce. And if it's 19, we have 1 ounce is what in relation to 1 pound? 1 ounce. For 1 pound, 1 ounce. 1/16. 1 ounce is 1/16 of a pound. Finish that. You should have copied that down. You can finish that. Nathan, have you written this down?
Okay.
And you gotta turn that to a mixed number, and then it's 1 and 3/16.
It's 1/3/16.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, I was like,
Still said it fast.
No.
you were fighting over me.
Hey, if you're gonna fight about something, at least make it academic. Okay. 1 and 3/16. Can it be simplified?
Yes.
Okay, well let's see. Because I tell you to make a list. 1 times 3. 3 is a prime number. The only thing that can make 3 is 3. 16. 1 times 16. 2 times 8. 4 times 4. Do they share anything? No.
Not even
It cannot be simplified. So it's 1 and 3/16.
I got that.
Okay, so